Hello. Right. You know, thinking about it, we only have 5 more rooms to go, including this one. Huh? There's 3 doors here.
It looks like they're all locked, though.
Does that mean this is just a dead end?
Well, there's a weird lever thing over here.
Try pulling it.
How about you try pulling it?
Hey, what's with all this hostility? Are you still mad about the last AB game?
Of course I am.
Please don't fight. We need to work together, or we're really going to be in trouble. Please? Very well. I'll pull the lever then. Is that okay?
Yeah, go right ahead. See if I care.
Well, the door's opened.
But only one. I wonder how you open the other ones.
Who cares? We should get moving.
What is this place? Don't tell me we somehow managed to get outside.
I doubt it. Look up. There's a ceiling up there.
Yeah, I remember the door said bee garden or something. What's a bee garden?
It probably stands for something. Maybe beautiful?
Huh?
This feels like a whole other little world.
Like an oasis in the middle of all this metal.
I feel kind of weird saying this, considering where we are, but this place feels so liberating. All of this green. It's wonderful.
It's huge, though. We'll wear ourselves ragged trying to search the whole thing.
This must be the exit. Damn. Oh, so much for this being easy. It's locked.
We should split up and look around.
Agreed.
Well, let's get to it then. A red spotted mushroom growing in the shadow of this tree. Large Japanese Zelkova tree. There's a circular indentation in this panel. And there are 2 fan-shaped holes inside it. Look carefully. Those fans are connected. Looks like a butterfly. Going to have to cross the border to get over there. Please be careful. Slippery could fall into the stream. What a nice stream. Too bad there aren't any fish. There are 3 red buttons on the panel. I pushed them but nothing happened. Do you think they're broken? Maybe you just need to press them in a specific order. Luna, look, it's Sigma's house. Is that true, Sigma? Is this shed your house? You must be going through a rough time. Huh? I mean, next to my foot. Bird's eye view of the garden. Kind of like a map. What's that on the right? Looks like a box. I think it's a treasure chest. Connected to the drawing above it, see? These mushrooms and moss. Hey, it's a paprika. No, that's a pepper. Probably a bell pepper. Paprika is what you call the spice you make from them. Oh, huh. Why is it split in half? I'm not sure. Oh wait, is there something in there? Oh yeah. Let me take a look. Just a flower pot. Nothing special about it at all. Wait! Don't people usually hide their house keys under a flower pot in the mailbox? They do? Just trust me. I'm sure there's something under there. Red spotted mushroom. I think I'll try digging here. Looks like the dirt is being piled up in a few places. There's green moss growing on the top too. Do you think the mound here is higher than the others because someone dug up a bunch of dirt and piled it here? Right, let's try digging here. Good. Looks like there's some sort of tile mosaic on the bottom of the pond. A lion? Yeah. Looks like a lion, alright. Metal scalpel. Plate on each side. Metal scale. There's a plate on each side. On the right plate. And on the left plate. This is a balance scale. Alright, you can put things on the plates to see what's heavier. You're going to dig up the skunk cabbage? Poor thing. Never done anything to you. Don't worry, I'll replant it when we're done. This piece of paper has 7 red dots on it, and an arrow running down the left edge. Maybe we're supposed to read this in the direction of the arrow. Looks like the dots are either in the middle, on the left, or on the right. Down or across? This is... looks like a tombstone. And the people buried here are Mr. Tufui and Miss Ergo Eris. What? Well, that's what it says. Tufui Ergo Eris. That's an epitaph. Something that they feel represents them, or just a phrase they liked. What does it mean? Beats me. Any idea, Luna? It looks like it's Latin. I don't know what it means either. Did you see this? Looks like there's a keyhole down here near the bottom. There, you see that? You're right. I did not read the name. Oh, this one is reacting to this onion. Alright, let's dig it up. This was the only one that got a reaction, right? Aye. Okay. What was growing tomato vines on the stake? Each vine has several red tomatoes hanging off it. Let's just well fucking guess. Oh, the metal detector seems to be responding to this tomato. Alright, grab it. Okay. Back to any of the others? No, just this one. Here you go. Oh look, the metal detector is reacting to this one. Okay, can you grab that one, then? Right. Any others cause any reaction? No, just this one. Here you go. Okay. Handle fits perfectly into the hole in the wall. Good, now try turning it. Turn the handle, it got dark. Looks like the light up there went down. Maybe that light was sort of a surrogate sun. that's the case, it didn't just get dark, it became nighttime. So the garden needs nighttime? I guess so. Or maybe there's some hidden meaning in switching from night to day. Let's go see if anything's changed now that it's dark.
We want it to be afternoon again. All we have to do is turn the handle, right?
Hey, look at that. These stars.
Maybe the idea was that when night falls, the stars come out.
Hmm. The star showed up once night fell. I wonder if there's some significance to that. The star is definitely red. The light is right underneath it. This is a big star. Before I found one star. That looks pretty green. Pretty small star. Impressed you even saw it. Before I found 2 stars. Where's yellow? Size, shape and colour are exactly what I'd expect from a star. I guess you could say this is a typical star. I would say it's mid-sized. Before I found 3 stars. One's blue. Feel like I could just reach out and grab it. How romantic. But I am a woman. It looks a little large for me to carry though. Oh. Star is purple, so small and cute. I found 5 stars. Stop doing in camera.
Well, they've made a waterfall.
Hold on, doesn't it look like there's something built into it? A rock wall behind the waterfall? Yeah, the walkway goes under it, doesn't it? What's back there? I'm unsure of what to do with this information. Turning the handle back made the room bright again. The light that went down when you turned the night on came back up. So now the sun is up, and it's gone from night to afternoon. I get it. Left, right, left, middle, right. The waterfall stopped. Guess that was the waterfall control panel. Not a purple coin. The indentations are small and circular, so we probably need something that matches that description. You have anything like that? Small and circular, huh? I do, but... I'm guessing just putting coins in holes randomly won't do us much good. There are less than signs in between all of the indentations. I'd bet it has something to do with where the coins go. Coins are all the same shape and size though. How are we supposed to compare them? Wait. I think I saw a scale around here somewhere. We can use that to compare weights. Oh, it's just from the size of the stars. I suppose I don't have anything for white. Guess that. Balance scale. I can use this to see how heavy things are. Should bring the coins with us, huh? Right, so red is loose. White gold ring is What? It just flew everywhere. Do you think it's broken? Let's see. Oh, I get it. You use the scale more than 5 times, it triggers this spring which makes the whole thing shake. It'll do the same thing if you stop using it before you reach 5 times. Right, we need to pick up all the coins. Oh, now I've got the coins. Ugh. Which way round is it? I don't know. Just do both. What's that noise? It sounded like something unlocking. I guess it wasn't just a panel, it was actually a door. There's a screen inside of it. Oh, that's 9 stars. What are we supposed to do with them? Well, why don't you try touching them? Awesome. Solved it. Good work. Look at the screen. There, look at the screen. Well, that's the password. What's the file one? Moon. And grids in beforehand. Moon. Huh? Wait, this is the safe password. Green, purple, yellow, blue, red, green, yellow. Oh, I'm giving that one, not that. It's that one, isn't it? Really, it's not that. Really thought it would be size. I'm getting the size round the wrong fucking way, which is entirely goddamn. Red, blue. Purple green. Thought so. You did it! Hey, check out the screen. Whoa, what's going on? You were literally there with me in the last fucking room. You know I got too bloody passwords, you dim woman. Sun, moon. The screen's changed. This is a safe, right? Looks like one at least. There was a safe that looked like this in the crew quarters too. Let's see if we can get it open. Yes, it opened. You did it. Good job, Sigma. Whoa, it opened again. There's something inside. And there's a lot of stuff in here. Let's have a look at it then. First off, this looks like a map. In the upper left it says Floor B. The map we found at the crew quarters said Floor A. So A is the top floor and B is the bottom floor. I mean, I know we took the elevator down to get here, so... Right. Let's keep going. There are all things in the safe. This is... Key card. There's a moon on it. That means... Yeah, this is the moon card that the announcement was talking about. And there's two of them in here, just like with the sun card. You should take one, Alice. Why? Well, you're a solo. Here, I'll take one, and you take the other one. Right. Thanks. So, what have we got next? It looks like a piece of paper. What is this? Some kind of diagram? Doesn't make any sense. Wonder what it is. Oh well, just forget about it for now. We can always come back to it later. There's two more things in here. What's this? It looks like a note. It says IG, immunoglobulin. What's immunoglobulin? Blah. But sometimes. What's immunoglobulin? It's another word for an antibody. You mean like the thing in your body that fights off bacteria and viruses and stuff? Yes. So what is this supposed to tell us? Honestly, I have no idea. The only thing left is this key. That must be the key to the exit. Yes, I think you're right. We should be able to use it to open the door. Awesome. What are we waiting for? There's a lock on it, so it's probably the lock for this door. Alright, let's open this door. Yes, let's. Please do. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. No sooner had we stepped out of the garden than I saw the 3 people I'd watched leave through the green door some time earlier. Whoa! What are you guys doing here?
We ought to be asking you the same thing. How'd you get here?
Sigma, hand me the map.
Map? Oh, right. Took the map out of my pocket and spread it out in front of us.
You 3 came in through the blue door, right?
Yeah?
And which room did you go into?
The fan-shaped one. It's called the Bee Garden.
Bee garden?
It's this big dome with a bunch of plants in it. Look, you can go see it yourself later, alright?
What about you guys?
Well, after we went through the green door, we ended up in the treatment center.
And then we met up. Right here.
So, what's the treatment center? It sounds a lot like the infirmary.
You want to have a look? We can go back to any of the rooms we've already visited. So?
Sure, let's have a look. After a few moments of brisk walking, we found ourselves in the treatment center. One of those.
They're why this is called a treatment center. Those pods can cure a number of illnesses and even repair certain injuries.
Whoa, that's nuts.
How about you climb in one of them, Dio?
Why?
Well, maybe it can fix whatever's wrong with your brain.
Hey! You want to start something, lady?
Calm down now, son. You don't cool off a bit and I'll have to throw you in one of these pods here.
Huh? Why?
Weren't you paying attention? They have a cold sleep function. I figured that ought to cool your head up.
Wait, did you say cold sleep? Where they freeze you, right? And you can stay that way for a really long time.
Yeah?
According to some records we found in here, until about 8 hours ago, there were 3 frozen people in these pods.
3 people? Who?
You mean 3 of us were...
We don't know. All we found was what was in the logs for the pods.
How long were they here?
No idea. Part of the logs were erased. All that's left is when the cold sleep function turned off. It records them thawing out, getting up. That's it.
Then they could be anyone.
Well, anyone but you.
Why not Alice?
Because you don't need a device like this to freeze Alice. Am I wrong?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You don't need to play dumb. The water in your body isn't normal water. It's something called Ice 9. It freezes at 96.8 degrees. That means all you have to do to put yourself in cold sleep is drop your body temperature below 96.8. No fancy machine needed.
Where on earth did you hear that?
From Clover.
Clover?
When we were exploring the lounge during the first round.
I see.
What's so funny?
Oh man, you fell for that one hook, line, and sinker, didn't you? Clover was messing with you. That is, if she even said anything to you at all. It was a lie. A joke.
A joke? No, there's no way it was a joke. I'm sure about it. Your body is made of Ice 9.
Well, you're mistaken. It's a ridiculous misunderstanding. An urban legend.
With seemingly no other prompting, Alice launched into a lengthy explanation. It went something like this. At some point in the past, someone found a frozen mummified Egyptian queen. What was curious about this mummy, however, was that it remained frozen at room temperature. People began to refer to her as All Ice, which eventually became simply Alice. Rumours that her body was made of Ice 9 began to circulate, and her bizarre refusal to thaw only compounded them.
They say that the mummy finally thawed, and when it did, it began to move. And ever since then, I've had people say they thought I was her. I mean, really, how could anyone believe something so ridiculous? The existence of this mysterious Alice and of this ice that doesn't melt are just urban legends.
Why would people make that mistake about you in particular?
It can't just be because your name's Alice. There are tons of Alices.
Is it because of your face and how you look?
Well, it is true that I am both beautiful and elegant. Can I really be blamed if people think I'm an Egyptian queen? I don't think that's the only reason, though. Someone who made that mistake said something to me once. They claimed they'd seen me before. Of course, I immediately pressed the issue. Do you mean the mummy, Alice? I said. When? Where? Of course, they were at a loss. In fact, I began to feel a little sorry for them. So I told them something. If you're so convinced, then maybe I am actually Alice. But maybe I've lost my memory and can't remember who I am. And so on and so on. I'm still not sure why Clover would tell you something like that, though. Even if she was just messing with you, it seems a little out of left field.
You really think she put that much thought into it? She was probably just screwing with him, and it was the first thing that came to mind. Maybe she wanted to see if she could get him to believe something completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see her doing something like that. Well, I think that's enough idle gossip for now. The cold sleep business is interesting, but I don't think it's terribly useful. We should go see if the other team has returned to the warehouse yet.
At Alice's request, we made our way out of the treatment center. This is...
It looks like another warehouse.
It looks like the same warehouse.
Hey, look!
3 more doors.
They're all glowing white. You think...
These might be the next set of chromatic doors.
I'd bet on it. Look, they've got the same boxes next to them as the other doors.
So the next set of doors are white?
They haven't all been the same color before.
Well, we definitely need to tell the others about this.
Right. Let's head back to floor A.
Oh, thank goodness. You finally returned. I was beginning to get anxious.
Did something happen?
Yes. It's Quark, you see.
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. Clover is looking after him, but his condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Temioji shoved Kay aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him.
Quark, come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Temioji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not it. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
Son of a bitch. This is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not going to be much we can do with him.
Oh, right. Well, we've got Luna.
Luna?
That's right. I remember Dio saying something. You have a medical license, don't you?
Wait, really? Is that true, Luna?
Well, yes, but
You have to take a look at him then. Please. Quark needs your help.
okay. I'll see what I can do. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an atom. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
That thing can tell us what's wrong with Quark.
Yes, I believe it can.
I don't want to rush you, but the sooner the better. Just let us know if you need anything.
Of course.
The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds his results lit up the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and just stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark, before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark has an infection. A viral infection.
Oh no.
Oh no. Don't tell me.
Yes. He's been infected with a virus called Radical 6.
Have you heard of this virus? Radical 6, I mean.
Yeah. I told Alice and Tenmyoji about it.
Fi and I heard about it from Luna.
Dio and Luna were two of the first people to investigate the infirmary. They must have seen the newspaper clipping that Quark found. It stayed behind after the AB game and they all split up and gone into different rooms. It seemed like one way or another, everyone had heard about Radical 6.
No. He can't... How could he have gotten infected? That's not possible.
Something about the tone of his voice seemed strange. Why wasn't it possible? Had Tenmyoji known about Radical 6 before the rest of us?
There must be something we can do! How can we cure him?
Well, Adam says there's an antiviral serum called Excelivir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it? Shouldn't it be in the infirmary somewhere?
We looked around, but we didn't see anything.
I don't trust a damn thing you say. I'm asking Luna.
I'm sorry, but Theo's telling the truth. We didn't find anything.
Damn it. What about the other rooms? Sigma, what about you? Did you find anything?
No, nothing like medicine. I mean, it was just like a park. Lots of vegetation and stuff, but no medicine.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
We visited the laboratory. There were a number of chemicals and concoctions there, some of which were medicine, but nothing like what we're searching for, I'm afraid.
Oh, God. Then he's going to... Oh, God, no.
Look, just to be sure, the three of you went to the treatment center, right? And you are sure it wasn't there?
No, there was nothing even remotely like it. You went there too, didn't you? The only thing in the treatment center are those treatment pods.
Treatment pods? That's it. Who put Quark in one of those pods? For a moment there was silence.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
What? Quark, what are you...
Sorry, Grandpa. I can't. I have to.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
But how?
Like this!
Quark's hand moved like lightning. He grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight towards his heart. Stop!
No! Let go! Let go of me!
Tough for a kid. Hey guys, could use a hand here.
Yeah, right.
On it.
Me too.
Stop it! Let go of me, you jerks!
Temioji, what the hell are you doing? Get over here. Temioji! Can you even hear me?
Oh, right.
Damn you! Bastards! Why won't you let me go? I have to get out of this body! They can't lock away the soul! Once my body's gone, my soul can escape! Please! You have to let me go! Let me go! I'm trapped here! Let me die! I have to die! Kill me! Somebody! Anybody! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Ah!
Jesus, this kid's lost it. Hey, somebody get that scalpel away from him. Good. Thanks, whoever that was. Mark barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we going to do? Gotta calm him down somehow.
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well, I mean,
What?
there's Superil Beta.
Soparil?
That's the anesthetic. The one that's in our bracelets. Good. Perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Temioji. It won't hurt him, I promise.
But...
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just... Okay, I've got it.
Good. Wait until he's... Now! Do it now!
Right.
No! Stop! Stop!
Respiration, blood pressure, brain waves, everything's normal. According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep.
Alright, I guess we're good for now.
Yes.
What about the anesthetic? How long will it last?
He shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy.
I think that might be the virus's fault. It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of strength it had.
Yeah? How do you know?
Huh? Oh, well,
How much do you know about this Radical 6?
oh, not much. I probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article.
And the truth?
Why would I lie about that? I've seen other viruses do the same thing. I was just making a guess. So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical 6 too? Yes. At least, I think so.
So, what kind of virus is Radical 6?
What are you doing?
Turned and followed Temioji's gaze. There stood Alice, a hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. Apparently she had been the one to take it away from Quark. The longer I looked at her, however, the more I wondered if she'd taken it to protect him, or for some other more sinister reason. It didn't seem stable. In fact, it looked far more like Quark had a moment ago than I was entirely comfortable with. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. It was not well. Alice? Hey, are you feeling okay?
We're all going to die.
Huh?
We're all dead already. Only terrorists would resort to biological warfare. But they will. Soon.
Hey, what the hell are you talking about?
You don't understand? All of humanity is going to die. The virus will spread. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
Wait! Alice! We were all too stunned to even try to restrain her. We just stood there as she spun around and leapt through the door. Damn it! I shook myself and took off after her. Those few moments of hesitation had put too much distance and too many doors between us. Shit. Which way did she go? Right? Left? I was still trying to decide when everyone else poured out of the infirmary.
You lost her.
Yeah. Don't know which way she went.
Well, let's split up and look. Quickly. She can't have gotten too far.
Right.
Look, if you find her, it's probably best not to shout or anything. Just do your best not to provoke her. Understood?
Gotcha.
Tenmyoji, I think you should stay here with Quark. The rest of us can look for Alice. Sound good?
Yeah. I stay here. Got it.
All right, let's move, people. Get going.
By his command, we scattered, filtering off into the different doors. As I ran, I thought, should I look for Alice? Perhaps the lounge would be a good bet? No one here, huh? Damn. Where did she go? Cleaning wasn't going to help anything. Needed to go look somewhere else. Shoot. Nothing in the treatment center either. Need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. And stop Quark. Need to hurry. Headed to the garden next. Only gone a few steps from the walkway through the grass when I stopped short. Alice?
Oh, there you are. Good. I'm glad you showed up.
Huh?
I just got here a minute ago. She was like this when I found her. When you showed up, I was getting ready to carry her to the infirmary.
And she's, alive?
Yeah. Her breathing and pulse seem normal. She doesn't appear to have any obvious external wounds.
She's just unconscious.
Looks like it.
And what about the scalpel?
Doesn't look like she has it. Figure she probably dropped it on the way here. Anyway, we need to get her to the infirmary. Give me a hand here.
Right. Well, this was lighter than I'd expected. And Fly and I managed to set off toward the infirmary at a brisk trot.
All right, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
On our way back, Fly had gone off to retrieve the rest of the participants. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a special antiviral treatment. Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
Immunogoblin?
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6. Those antibodies are the basis for Excelivir.
Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in those?
Right. I thought of that too, so I went and took a closer look at them. Unfortunately...
They can't cure it.
Correct. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself. The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Excelivir.
But the pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
Yes.
Well, then what are we waiting for? One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
As he spoke, Temioji moved over to Quark and lifted his small unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Temioji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. I bent down slowly and picked it up. This medicine?
What?
Well, what is it?
Hold on. There's a name on the label here. Excelivir.
Excelivir! You found it, Sigma! That's the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
Why did Quark have it?
Perhaps he found it earlier.
Earlier? When?
We explored the laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket.
He hid it?
Whether or not that was his intention is unclear. I did not have the opportunity to ask, as he collapsed immediately afterwards. It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it after that. And to be honest, it had also slipped my mind. We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Who cares about the details? We have it. Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
What?
There's only enough here for one person. The only way we have to administer this is with the injection gun. And the way it functions, it uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger.
In other words, we can't split the dose in two or something.
Right.
While they all stood stunned, Phi moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through his clothes, then stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head.
Nothing. That one bottle was it.
Do you think there might be some more back in the laboratory?
No. Unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God.
Just enough medicine for one dose.
Only one person can be saved.
Who should we give it to?
Alice? Or Quark?
The hell is this? No way we're only going to save one of them.
And what are we going to do?
Do I have to spell it out? We're going to save them both.
How?
That's... Needed to calm down. Think. There had to be some way to save both of them. It was there, I knew it. Immunoglobulin.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
IG replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
It's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG, or whatever that is.
Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
That's it! I've got it! The IG replicator in the laboratory. It's an immunoglobulin replication machine.
What?
You can copy immunoglobulin antibodies. Luna just said Accelavir is made from antibodies. That means we can make more Accelavir.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it. Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah. We never could figure out what it did, though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
I saw it. I was in the laboratory.
When was that?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No. Theo was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. How did I know about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Accelavir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah. No time to waste.
They all nodded. Wait. We can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright then, let's go.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right here. See?
So this can copy the Accelavir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright. Don't rush me. Carefully lowered the small vial of Accelavir into the slot on the side of the machine. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably that was where the duplicated Accelavir would go. Ready? When I push this button, it should.
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Right. And pressed. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket. Ah, shit.
What happened?
Sorry. Hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah. Just one, though.
What in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Come on. If it had broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Temioji could reply, Fi spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see? It did break!
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand, but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
She slid back. She slid back from the table, quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. A bomb?
Whoa. Really? That makes two then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
We're all out looking for Alice. Could have been any of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane! Listen to yourself! There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb!
Temioji was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory card.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Can I see it for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
Plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Shoot. No dice. I need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
Come on, if I knew I'd be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right. So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the accelerator, then head to the Flore warehouse.
Right!
This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelivir. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated...
it's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes.
Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. Gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go. Flore warehouse is waiting. Huh? Where's Temioji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us. And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
One-on-one, huh?
Ugh.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally. You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose Ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then. I want to win, but I'm not that desperate. You see what I'm saying, right?
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick Ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are gonna be going one-on-one too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
As do I.
It'll be a tough one then.
If one of them can get the other to Ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us both to vote Ally, yes?
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Right. Okay, good. You're really gonna do it, right?
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now!
Indeed. Shall we?
Dio, Kay, Phi, and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different AB rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into room 3, Kay went into room 4, and Phi and Clover went into rooms 5 and 6 respectively. That left Luna and myself. Do you think about taking the one on the far left?
Sounds good.
That settled, we headed into the AB room number 1.
Thirty seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary. So,
You're saying we should pick Ally, right? Since Alice isn't going to default to that anyway.
yes.
I know. Not really fair to betray somebody who isn't voting. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be savvy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the new game didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped down to the AB room. Alright, let's go have a look at the results.
Okay.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes and looked again. No. That's not possible. Can Alice's vote be betray? It's a question I would never know the answer to. The sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. Couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Oh no! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Sigma!
No. Why?
My eyelids felt like they were made of lead, but I forced them open. Everything was growing blurry, but I noticed that the door of the second AB room was open. No one had gone into that room. I'd watched them all. And yet, there she stood, an apparition that couldn't possibly be real. This... The world was gradually going black, and my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed with questions. How? Why? What was she doing there? Had she run in at the last moment after Luna and I entered our room? And even if she had, I choose betray. Then the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever. Yeah, it's not like I couldn't see it coming due to the short fucking path there, but... Okay, let's get to betraying.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
There was nothing I could think of to say. I didn't really understand why I'd picked betrayed instead. I almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that had moved my finger to the betray button against my will. Right, well, should go see the results.
Really? We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran toward the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What? It's not possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. Can Alice's vote be betray? Not possible. Alice? Was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? I was trying to form a sentence. She began to move towards us. From around me I heard a chorus of muted gasps. We were united in our surprise and confusion. This drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it?
Bitch! Learn what you're fucking saying.
Coward.
Me a coward? You got some balls saying that to me after you picked Betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
Yes, after you just tried to kill me.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people, a result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after we'd gone into the AB room.
Yes. Right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose Betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I'd picked Ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look! I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth!
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
I and Dio?
Yes. If Dio had chosen Ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen Ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen Ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I hadn't realised that there was only one word all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. Closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You probably already all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never going to get out of here. We need to work together. Might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Okay.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Dio.
Well, in that case...
8, 2, 5.
Yeah, sorry.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Gay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
Oh, the villain here. In this situation.
Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
Watch them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it.
Everyone's gone.
You aren't going to leave too?
No,
Are you sure? I chose Betray.
I know. But I still believe in you, Sigma. I think your hand must have just slipped or something. Right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes. Then I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
Many times as we want, huh?
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over, too. Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet?
Why?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
Wonder what the others are.
They could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
Got about 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So, what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah. Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. Never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but you've already got something like that. You all want to get out of here. Seems like a pretty good goal to me, but everybody chose Betray. Including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes, a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Accelerate. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everyone else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Well, do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right. A memory card. Pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
Told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Yeah. Don't know what's on it though. Couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
Oh, I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Theo and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one.
Then
Yes! I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Temioji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort and then thought better of it. But I really wanted people to start trusting each other. Well, real change starts at home. Quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
Go ahead.
Right. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. What is this?
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
Myrmidons. For some reason I felt like I'd heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb?
It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn, I've got a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know.
What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? You know about this code.
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of a job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. Just want all of us to get out of here. Please, tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. We have too little information. We need your help. Fine. You won't tell us about yourself, and just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she leapt up and ran out of the room. Wait, Alice! I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Oh, yeah.
Then why don't you...
Wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters, or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
He spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. We walked down the path to where it ended, next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. She gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
Why?
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. And everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What? Do what?
Kill me! Get it over with!
The hell, Alice. I'm not gonna kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could have killed you! I would have killed you!
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. Single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. And another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad.
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Ah, come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself. And about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
What crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. All right then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist, and his field was cloning. He was recruited by an American lab, which was why we moved. Blech. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been killed. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother alone in the country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often, when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away and in every line of her face, I could see her exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision. She chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time, that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding. Trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposedly to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then, one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her. When I asked them what they were doing I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in the pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, I was certain were myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to the SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There was also a sixth person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other four, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose, H was a member of Free the Soul, and very committed to their cause. So why had the kid... There. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of a certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try and give you a quick rundown. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with the consciousnesses of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy. The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before, and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My boss decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At least. At last, I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators, who had pretended to be researchers and the like, had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last, in a basement room, I found her. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father. It looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. It was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned that he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They'd beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters of the SOIS to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was, and who my father was. That's why they'd killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me, or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers, comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He'd carved them into his own skin. On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness, not for the monsters who'd put my father through this. They'd destroyed my family. I would make them pay even if I had to die to do it. That night I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time our operation would succeed. This time I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any other agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered information, we did our research and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then, on the 22nd, 23 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. So you inhaled that gas, passed out and woke up here in the AB room?
Yes. Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Thanks. He gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. The story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon? Whoever's planted the bombs? Based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon, right?
Yes.
And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait. A long string of numbers? Could that be... Seven 8153-61098 83809 42419 90551.
What the hell?
I was almost as surprised as she was. The numbers had just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me incredulously, and I stared back.
Where did... Wait. Can you say that again?
78153690838094241990551.
That's 198,449,351 to the third power.
What?
That number you just told me. Prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198,449,351 to the third power.
You're talking about reducing an integra to a series of prime numbers that you multiply together to get it, right? Like if you have 30, then you'd get 2 times 3 times 5, right?
Exactly. You probably learned that in junior high, right?
But you're saying that 198449351 is a prime. And if you multiply it by itself 3 times, you'd get 781536109838094241990551.
Yes.
Don't tell me you just did all that in your head.
I did do all of that in my head. Simple mental arithmetic.
What? No way. That's impossible.
I told you. I'm better at math than most people.
That's not better at math.
Look at you. You just recited a huge string of numbers. That seems pretty astounding, too. Where did you find that number anyway?
I didn't know what to say. What would I tell her? That it just came to me?
Can't tell me, huh? Fine. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the code, though. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys. And there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of a prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Could you explain that with small words?
Well, look at the prime factors of your number. 198,449,351 to the third power. I think that's our hint for cracking the code. You still don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was CQUJHNNTEONERAXDFMIOVP.
And the second row?
BYOLWXYPXSVZEQGTKRTLED. I think. And they just repeat.
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory. We could really use someone like you back at the...
I'll keep going. How do we decode that?
You use 198,449,351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, so take the first letter.
That's a C.
The next number is 9, so go 9 letters over from the first one. Then 8 from that one.
I'm just gonna do it for yourself after I... Yeah,
Just keep going until you get something. Make sense?
Right over what she said in my head. Prime number Ella has given me was 198449351. What would we get if we picked out letters like she'd explained? The first letter would be C from the top left. Then you'd move 9 to the right, which would give you O. Then 8 more to the right. Eventually we get the word. Eventually we get a word. And that word was... Here's the mouse. C-O-M-E-L-E-T-E-D. I did it! Completed! That's it! That's the answer!
Completed? Are you sure?
Yeah! I did exactly what you told me to do. And the word I got is completed. Actually, it's completed. 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 Code doesn't let us repeat every 2 lines. Just repeats.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can, but if you're certain, I believe you.
I'm definitely certain.
All right then. I wonder what completed is supposed to mean now.
What? Aside from the obvious, you mean? I'm guessing here it means mission completed? That's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking about? What transmitter?
Barely even heard her. Suddenly my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath.
Holy Father, Holy Brother, Holy Master, my sacred mission is at last complete. With these 2 hands, mankind is saved. I am your will-made flesh. In your name, I give thanks.
Damn it. Why hadn't I realized it before? Could remember a series of numbers, but not this. Last, I remembered it now. Dio was a member of the Myrmidons. Not just any member, he was their leader. That meant he had to be the one who planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Then answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself to try and explain it to her. More than likely, she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidons.
If I was, do you really think I'd reveal myself like this?
Point.
Out of nowhere, Clover appeared.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Really?
We're all down in the Floor B warehouse. Well, all of us but Luna and Quark.
Why?
We've still got 45 minutes until the white doors open.
I know that!
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought UK and Quark didn't know about the white doors.
Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were, so we all followed him down to the Floor B warehouse.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna?
Yeah. Anyway, when we showed up, Vi and Kay were already there.
Oh?
Well, all of a sudden, Vi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other.
What?
Why? Did something happen?
On to Clover, the last AB game, had been the cause of their fight. Even though Tenmyoji only had 1 BP, I had chosen Betray. He started to fight since Dio had pressed Betray on behalf of his team. Eventually he got dragged in too.
That seems odd. Vi only had 1 BP too. Troy seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Ugh, Just come with me. Kay's trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him.
Okay, okay. Come on, Alice, let's go.
Coming.
All four of them were still there when we arrived. They seemed to have calmed down a bit, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt like I'd stepped into a room full of flammable gas. Even the smallest spark could turn the whole place into a raging inferno. Even Kay, usually so calm and collected, was standing ramrod straight with his hand balled into a fist at his side. I looked at Alice, pursed my lips, then headed over to the angry knot of people occupying most of the room. Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to knock it off.
Stupid? What about this is stupid? We're talking about my life, you self-righteous dick.
I know. But yelling at each other isn't going to solve your problem. The best thing for us to do right now is to trust each other and get through this. Wouldn't you agree?
Hard to trust someone who tried to kill me.
Same to you. I told you letting Dio vote was a stupid idea. What did you think he was gonna do? You might as well have pressed the button yourself.
I couldn't just leave Korg alone.
That's no excuse. And where do you get off telling me I shouldn't have picked Betray? Did you even think that through? What, I was supposed to pick Ally? If I'd done that, I'd be dead right now.
I could say the same thing to you. Damn good thing Dio didn't choose Ally.
Please, that's enough from both of you. Sigma's right. This isn't the time to be bickering with each other.
Oh, you don't get to talk. You tried to betray Clover and escape on your own.
Perhaps. But I think that's better than merely killing someone.
Well, I only did it so that she wouldn't kill Tenmyoji.
Ugh. God damn it. Enough already. Roared with fury, and my voice echoed and rebounded off the walls of the warehouse. Everyone fell silent. I didn't know how long that silence would last, so I decided to put it all on the table. There was only one way I was going to be able to take control of the situation. Guys, listen to me. Really don't have time for this. Met with a number of glares, but I soldiered on. See, the thing is, I figured out who planted the bombs.
What? Is this what you were talking about earlier?
Sort of, yeah. I know which one of you it is.
Well, spit it out then.
Please, explain what's going on here.
Don't think I need to. They're going to admit their guilt in just a few minutes.
What?
You're all going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Or I guess I should say, Dio's mouth.
What are you on? You think I set those bombs?
Yes, I do.
Hey, if you're gonna accuse me, you better have some pretty damn good evidence, pal.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just stating a fact.
Oh yeah? Where the hell'd you get that fact?
Bad as it was, I knew taunting alone wouldn't be enough to make Dio confess. He just played dumb. He was good at it. I'd get nothing. That meant I was going to have to trick him. Well, you see, I'm actually from Free the Soul.
Free the Soul? What's that? Some kind of hippie shoe company?
Don't play dumb, Dio. Or should I call you Left? Brother ordered me to come here. To keep an eye on you. It was quick, but for just a moment I saw his eyes twitch. I leapt on that moment of weakness like a hungry dog on a steak. Fine. Skepticism is understandable, admirable even. But perhaps this will convince you. Pressed forward, pulling out every fact I could remember. I told Dio about brother's background, and how his younger brother left had been murdered. I mentioned casually that the Myrmidons were all clones of a single person. So, still not convinced? How about this? 78153610988380942419905551. Do a little prime factor decomposition on that, and you'll get 198449351 to the third power. I'm not who I say I am. How on earth could I possibly know that?
What? No, that's not possible.
Finally. So, let's start over, shall we? I was sent here to watch your every move. Seems our wise and noble brother doesn't trust you. He suspects betrayal.
No! You're lying!
I assure you I'm not. And if you don't believe me, why don't you go outside and call him yourself with your transmitter?
No! No! You have to be lying! Brother trusts me! That's why he chose me for this mission! Why would he make me the leader of the Myrmidons if he...
Huh? Sorry, what was that?
Said, why would he have made me the leader of the Myrmidons if...
I grinned.
Wait, what the hell? Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, dear. I've never even seen brother.
What the hell was all that? How did you know all those things?
Dunno. Maybe I was divinely inspired.
Don't give me that shit!
What's going on?
What are these Myrmidons?
Dio and I stared at one another while Clover and Temioji quickly explained to Fry and Kay about the memory card and the number 2 bomb, and about the code we'd found that was from a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
So you mean to say someone from the Myrmidons planted the bombs?
And Dio pretty much just admitted to doing it?
Yeah.
Bastards. I'll never forgive you.
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me and turned to see Alice, her lips pulled back into a snarl.
I am going to kill you!
Her voice rose to a scream as she charged toward Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled something from his pocket.
Whoa there. I like my women a little feisty. But you're taking it a little too far, sweetheart. Tone it down.
What?
You see this? You know what it is, don't you?
Oh my god. Is that the detonator?
Exactly. And I assume you know what happens if I press this button?
Yes. I think I do. I'm guessing it'll set off both of the bombs.
Well, I wouldn't say both.
You mean there's still a number 1 bomb we haven't found?
Correct. And there's one more, too.
No. There are 4 bombs?
Exactly. I planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3, but there's also one more. Bomb number 0. Add all that up, and you're looking at about 4 tons of explosive power. Those go off, and it's all over. That's enough oomph to turn this whole place into a smoking crater.
Aren't you forgetting something?
That'd kill you too.
So, I'm ready for that. I've got spares.
Spares? Is that what Sigma was talking about?
Yeah, clones.
I heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
Let's go, Clover. Show him all that training wasn't for nothing.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Right.
Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
Die, you bastard! Yeah!
He roared and leapt toward Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a bunch at Dio's face, and as he dodged, Clover spun out from behind her. Dio grunted and turned to focus on Alice, but Clover darted in and snatched the detonator from his hand.
Clover, get him! Right!
Sigma, catch!
A I could respond, Clover had thrown the detonator at me. I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it to my chest.
Damn it! Stop! Let me go! Still let go of me, you asshole!
Yelling didn't do him any good, and Dio found himself subdued by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Strangely though, once they had a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with its neck in the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered? Or did he have some trick up his sleeve? It didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long for my misgivings to prove true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash. What?
Ha! Serves you right.
What are you laughing at?
You, her, all of you. God, you're stupid.
What? Why?
See that detonator you threw to Sigma? You activated it. If it gets more than a meter away from me, it sets itself off. We figured someone might try to take it away, so we put in a little safeguard. Since you two were kind enough to take it away from me, the bombs have gone from remote control to countdown timer. Go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Won't make any difference now. The bombs are gonna go off no matter what.
How long do we have?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Oh no.
My condolences.
What can we do to stop them?
I told you that already. First, we need the device that allows us to input information. Then we plug it into each bomb and enter the codes.
Hey Alice, who the hell are you? How do you know all this?
None of your damn business. Just tell me where the input device is.
Well, that's none of your damn business. Fuck! Stop! You're gonna break it!
Of course. That's the plan.
Please, stop!
Just tell me what I want to know.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's in my coat, the right-hand pocket.
Clover, check it out. Right.
He nodded and started digging through his pockets. After a few minutes,
It's no use! There's nothing here!
Did you lie to me?
No, I swear, keep looking.
Oh, wait! There is something in here!
Clover pulled her hand from his pockets and held it out. Had a pill, like for medicine.
Hey! What is this?
Huh? I can't see it. Bring it over here.
Clover frowned and moved closer to Dio, holding the pill out to warn him. Suddenly he moved, his right hand snaking out to grab the pill from Clover's hand. Before anyone could react, he shoved it into his mouth. They heard a tiny crack as he bit down on it. Almost immediately he grimaced in pain.
Shit!
What? What was that?
Poison, I guess.
What?
Damn! How could I be so stupid?
His eyes rolled up into his head, and flecks of spittle began to trickle out from the corners of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. What the hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
Lost it. In my couch. Back home.
Don't screw with me.
Fine. Don't tell us. How about you give us the deactivation codes instead?
Deactivation. You guys are persistent. Fine. Not gonna do you much good anyway. I'll tell you. But you only get one. This is the deactivation code for Bomb 3. Ready? LXQ LHC NMR.
There a bomb and 3 bomb got? What about the other 3? Tell us the other 3. Didn't even seem to hear me.
My body will be a part of the foundation of a bright future.
His voice was weak, and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
Such a beautiful world. May brother live in everlasting glory.
Those were the last words Dio spoke. Died with a strange, happy smile. Damn.
He only gave us the password for one of the bombs. This is bad. What are we gonna do?
Don't know.
How much time have we got?
25 minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. When he told us the time, I checked my bracelet. It said exactly 30 minutes.
You mean the bombs are gonna go off the same time the next set of doors opens?
Yes. The time on your bracelet is the time we have left.
Oh. I have 25 minutes.
This isn't good. I was hoping that we might be able to escape through the white doors, but
It takes 5 minutes for the primary door to open and close. So,
yes, I know. There's no way we can get through them before the explosion happens.
Well, there's no point just standing around. We should start looking. We need 3 things. The password input device.
And the remaining 2 bombs, right?
Right.
we also need passwords for all the bombs other than number 3.
Exactly.
Maybe Dio has a note or something?
Hold on. Let me check.
She knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves, then sat back on her heels, frustrated.
Damn. He's clean.
He looked pale.
Then we'll just have to hope we find it somewhere. Tenmyoji, can you go tell Luna what's happened?
Right. I'm on it.
Good. The rest of you, let's move out. We can do this. Let's go.
They all took off at a run, heading to different parts of the building. But all of our searching turned up nothing. And as we searched, the clock kept ticking. And at last, the chromatic doors opened.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Are they doors to heaven? Or to hell? The thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. We didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last moments. Why? How? How had we ended up this way? Then a blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts. My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness. Neither heaven nor hell, only the void. Right, skip it. Alice's End. Now we betray.
Hey, it's almost time.
When I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer.
Well, you chose what I wanted you to choose. I guess I should say thanks. So, thanks.
Oh, come on. You don't need to do that. I just made the obvious choice.
Obvious?
I'm sure Alice chose Betray. We pretty much had to choose Betray, right?
How do you know what she's going to choose?
I guess you could say I just know.
Are you making fun of me?
Maybe.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. We'll find out if you made the right choice.
Alright. Let me guess, you choose Ally this time.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally. Let's get ready to rock! Ambidex game! Round 1! The results! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor. Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Hey, Alice! What the hell is this?
What?
You chose Betray last time. So I chose Betray too? Oh, why?
Wait a minute. Last time? What on earth are you talking about?
Can you tell me one thing?
What?
When exactly did you press the button?
5 minutes before the deadline. There's that announcement, right? I pressed it right after that. Why?
What? No, that can't. What was going on? And fine, I chose Ally, Alice picked Betray.
I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose Betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
This time I chose Betray and her vote changed to Ally. Why? It was different. Had history somehow changed because of my choice? No, that was insane. Alice had somehow known that I'd chosen Betray and chosen Ally in response. At least that would have followed the principle of cause and effect. But what had just happened was something entirely different. There's no way Alice could have known what we would choose when she made her decision. Besides, if she had known we intended to betray her, there's no way she would have chosen Ally. In other words, she must have made her decision without any knowledge of ours. Say we're talking about a game of rock, paper, and scissors. I throw out a rock. Right after that, Alice throws down paper. Obviously I lose. But I go back in time and decide to whip out the scissors this time. This time Alice chooses rock. I lose again. That's fine, because it still makes sense. My actions in the past caused Alice's actions in the future. Easy. But what had just happened in the AB game wasn't like that. Go back to that innocent game of rock, paper, scissors. This time, Alice is the one who threw out her hand first. But in this situation, there's no way for me to know what it is. So I decide to go with rock. Now Alice's choice is revealed. Turns out she went with paper. Damn it. I lose and I'm pissed off. Then once again I go back in time and try to change history and erase my loss. What will I choose this time? It's not even a question. Scissors, obviously. After all, last time Alice went with paper. Here's the important part. When I make this choice, Alice has already made her choice. Sure of my victory, I throw out a pair of scissors. But what the hell? My rage would be white hot. How could this have happened? Why? Alice's hand had been paper before. How did it change to rock? Obviously there's no cause and effect here. Since Alice's choice was in the past and mine was in the future. Could that even happen? Could the future influence the past? But it wasn't theoretical now. This had actually happened. What the hell was going on? No, wait, what? Wait. Why the fuck was I talking so casually about going back in time? That kind of stuff doesn't happen in real life. Right, of course. Time travel is impossible. There is absolutely, positively no way to travel through time. That was true.
The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot. Hey! Did you have a stroke or something?
Oh. Sorry?
Besides, why do I have to answer your questions? I should be the one yelling at you. Because of you two, I've only got one BP left.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right! What in God's name is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. Really, I'm seriously feel terrible about this.
Forget it. I'm never going to trust you or Phi again. You'll pay for this.
Alice stormed off. She threw one last hurt, scornful look over her shoulder as she left, and it stabbed me right through the heart. One of the other teams seemed to be dealing with a similar issue.
I really don't know what I can say. We had no idea you would choose Ally.
No way I'd choose Betray. Not with Clover on the other side.
What? What do you mean?
Do you have an interest in Clover?
What? No, that's not... No.
What is it then?
Well...
You would have to be crazy to pick Ally. The only way it'd make any sense to do that is if you really, really trusted the other person.
So you're saying you don't trust me then?
Duh! Are you senile? Why the hell would I trust some old geezer I just met a few hours ago?
Ah, I see. Say no more. Didn't think it'd hurt this much.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You're starting to get kind of creepy.
Creepy, huh? I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust.
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
Well, looks like those guys managed to get through this all right. Figure that means the fault here's gotta be mine.
Huh? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do. Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah, exactly.
Dio, Quark, and Luna, on the other hand, seem to have resolved things amicably, by all choosing ally. No doubt we were all wishing we'd done the same. Why had Dio sounded so awkward? What happened in the AB room? Only Dio and Quark knew for sure.
Zero, when does the next round start?
It's the last time I'm gonna have to go for all this.
What are you doing here?
Still mad, huh?
Obviously.
Oh, come on now, you don't have to get your panties in a bunch.
That's easy for you to say, Dio. You're sitting pretty at 5 BP. Tenmyoji and I only have 1. You do understand what that means, don't you?
That's no reason to take your anger out on people. You won't get your BP back by being a jerk to him.
What's this? You're gonna take his side? I thought you, of all people, would agree with me.
I do.
No, you don't. You don't get it. Why would you care? You've got, what, maybe 5 years left, maybe less? I'm not like you. I'm still young. I want to live a long life. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Ugh. Look. Let me try this again.
Living father. Crew quarters.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Hey, the doors are open.
We need to figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Oh, well, what are our options this time?
Pay attention. I'm only saying this once. Just like the last time, we've got 3 possible combinations.
I quickly laid out our choices. And I cannot speed it up. Oh. Option A. Luna and me go with Clover through the green door. Timmy, Audrey, and Dio go with Alice through the red door. Kay and Quark go with Vi through the blue door. Option B. Luna and I go with Vi through the red door. Timmy, Audrey, and Dio pair up with Clover through the blue door. Kay and Quark go with Alice through the green door. Option C. Luna and I with Alice through the blue. What are you doing? Because we've already done it. Alice is going to complain. Timmy, Audrey, and Dio go up 5 through the green. Kay and Quark go with Clover through cyan.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Blue. Clever. Okay. How do we want to do this?
Well, you decided the first time, right?
Yeah?
Then can I decide this time?
Why you?
I think I deserve it. I only have 1 BP left. Doesn't it seem like the fair thing is to let the person who's at the greatest disadvantage choose? Wouldn't you agree?
That means you should get to choose too. I mean, you've only got 1 BP, right?
You've got a point. But how about we listen to what Alice wants first? So tell us, which door and which people do you want?
The green door. And I want to go with Kay and Quark.
I see. Option B, then. That means Tenmyoji and Dio will go with Clover through the blue door. Is that all right with you, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
Why? If we go through there together, that means you'll be playing against me in the next AB game. Are you really, really sure?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Matter of fact, that's why I want to go with you. You said you didn't trust me, right? Well, I'd like to change your mind. I figure this will give me the chance. I've been wanting to pair up with Alice, too. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, and that is?
We'll get to that later.
Anyway, Alice's first choice would be option B, then?
Yes, I guess.
What about the rest of you? Is that okay, too?
I thought about it for a moment. If I went with option B, then Luna and I would go through the red door with Vi. As far as how I felt about that. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have any problems with it.
Well, no objections.
Then we're all set. Let's go, everybody.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
We nodded quickly to one another and split up. Kay, Quark, and Alice headed for the green door, while Tammy, OG, Dio, and Clover ran toward the blue one. My feet slapped against the hard metal of the warehouse floor, and Luna and Vi and I ran to the red chromatic door in the next stage of the Lona game.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Huh? A dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
Yeah, looks like it.
I wonder what this thing is.
It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
It's got a lever. Try pulling it, Sigma.
Why should I?
It might be dangerous. Maybe it'll trigger an explosion. Or possibly it shocks you when you pull it. Who knows?
Right. Then I have no choice. Did you really think I'd say that, you heartless monster? Nothing on either side, is there?
What's that supposed to mean?
Sorry for the confusion. I was talking about your breasts.
It's called dressing modestly. I'll have you know I'm a C-cup.
If you're a C-cup, I'm packing 12 inches. We continued in that vein for some time until... Huh?
What?
It sounded like you two might take a while, so I pulled the lever. Is that okay?
Only the one on the left opened.
The others are still shut tight.
Well, we should get going anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. What is this place?
It looks like some kind of control room.
I can see a huge machine of some sort on the other side of this window. Maybe a generator?
Right, well, let's split it up and look around.
We need cards with a moon on them for the next AP game, right?
Yeah. Probably in this room somewhere.
Then let's get started.
This looks like it's the control panel. Covered with screens and buttons and so on. What is that thing? An octopus? Pretty big octopus. Yeah, it'd take all of us. Take us all of our lives to eat something that big. Don't eat it.
I think that maybe that's an annihilation reactor.
Annihilation? You mean like that bomb?
Yes. Core of the annihilation bomb would work on the same principles. I think Fi knows a lot more than me about these things, though.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I just picked up a few tidbits of information here and there. Tidbits, huh?
If it is what Luna thinks, it should be pretty simple. Going to be a bunch of matter and antimatter in there, probably hydrogen and antihydrogen, bumping into one another. When they do annihilate one another, that's where you get the name, the release of a bunch of energy. You can actually calculate how much energy by taking the mass defect and...
Yeah, stop. Too complicated. Saying that octopus thing is a machine that runs off annihilation energy, right?
Well, machine is a weird way to put it. More like an engine, like a steam engine or an internal combustion engine, just better. All the electricity in this facility is generated by Mr. Octopus.
And that would make this room.
Yes. This is Mr. Octopus's control room.
What is this thing? Huge.
I would guess it's used to analyze things. Looks like it's missing a part, though.
On, off, off, on, off, off, on, off. Huh?
You didn't have to read the whole thing out loud. Look, there's a hole in the middle of it.
Oh yeah. Tiny hole in the middle of paper. Looks like it was made with a needle. blue clock. It says 510 min on the face. That's a long time. Cardboard box filled with complicated machinery. Think we can use it? Don't even know what it is. Cardboard boxes. Machinery inside, you don't know what it's used for. Ah, things look promising. Let's see here. Damn, I can't understand any of this. Some kind of code? Do these have anything useful? Not much for that. Some papers. They're filled with incomprehensible code. A red clock. It says 11,400 seconds on the face. Not sure why. And cardboard boxes. Doesn't look like there's anything useful here. These are all wrapped in PP bands. PP bands? Rope made of polypropylene. There's a few different books here. Got some sort of dense technical thing and a novel. Doesn't look like there's any clues here though. Like a control panel that's covered with screens and buttons and so on. There's the piece of paper on that clipboard. It says test. Then it was written in different colour. T is green and E is blue. S is yellow and the second T is pink. You all look like they've been written with a highlighter. Up. Laptop. Got something on the screen. It's the letter T. Huh? Did you see that thing plugged into the side of the laptop? Yeah. Looks like a memory stick. Huh? The screen changed. You think it's because you pulled that thing out? Try plugging this thing in again. Looks like the ones in the crew quarters. Even the puzzle panel looks similar. Let's see here. Now I need to fucking figure these goddamn things out. 510 minutes. 60 minutes in an hour. One, two, four, excellent. Half 8. 8.5. $30 and red is more annoying than of course it is. Mm, 1,400 seconds. Once again, 30 seconds in a minute, so much the same. Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Right. Get a rough idea of how many minutes it is first. Would be 10 minutes. 1,000 would be 100. Right, well. I want to figure out the leftover. Six 10 minutes, which is 290 minutes. Or 50? can't work though, can it? Wait, that would be 190, wouldn't it? Overinflating it. Make it 3 hours, 10 minutes. 3, 10. Ugh. You did it! It unlocked. I think you can open it. I'm gonna do the other one though. Whatever. A lot more math. I think I could put that rainbow coloured route here. This doesn't feel right. I think we're missing something. It's a tall screen. I don't think it's turned on. Maybe it can't get power for some reason. Wonderful. Right. Compass. One leg has a needle, the other leg has a pencil. You think we're supposed to use this for something? Well, usually you use a compass to draw circles. Why should we draw a circle though? On a piece of paper, I would assume. How big of a circle? Don't know. Got an angle to set the compass to. That might help. It's on and off written on it a bunch of times. A tiny hole in the middle of the paper. Looks like it was made with a needle. So I just put the compass needle in here. I got some. Interesting. They use the compass to make a circle. Now the circle touches specific words. Maybe those words are a clue. Hey, I think you can move these. Oh, you're right. It says off on the top and the bottom. Hmm. Digma! What are you doing? Don't break it. No, it wasn't me. It just fell off. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's off now, so no point crying over spilt levers. Maybe we can use it somewhere else. Like where? What's this? Got all these pipes. Look at the black and yellow lever. There's power under it. You think this tubing has electrical cables in it or something? Maybe flipping these levers will let us change the amount of electrical current. What would that accomplish? I don't know. Well, I'm guessing the power lever is the source. Might as well give it up. Wait! Don't get ahead of yourself. Look at the 320. Oh. The lever's missing. Without a replacement lever, I don't think we'll be able to do anything. Oh, looks like you're already a step ahead. Huh? You've got a lever right there. Should fit perfectly. Why don't you see? Okay, I'll just put it here. Good. There we go. What should I do with this thing? Found a manual on the floor over there. It says that this machine doesn't really use electricity in a conventional way. Huh? Those tubes use some kind of special liquid to transmit electricity. Actually, it's pretty complicated. Simple version is that you can adjust the voltage by adjusting the flow of the liquid. So let's say you turn that rightmost lever all the way to the left. If you do that, then all the liquid coming from 240 will go to the left tube. And then all the way to the right, and it goes to the right tube. What if you put it in the middle? Then it gets halved. Each pipe will end up with 120 instead of getting 240. What's the deal with the question marks? Those represent unknowns and the target values. One with 3 question marks means it's supposed to be a 3-digit number, while the ones with only 2 mean they're 2-digit numbers. And of course the same question marks means single question mark means that the value is only a single digit. What about the ones that start with 3? Well, I would guess that means that 100 digits has to be 3. So 4 means that the 10 digits have to be 4. And 5 means that 1 digit has to be 5, right? Yes, I think so. Let me see if I've got this. We need to adjust the lever so that the liquid gives us the right number on the bottom. That's correct. Once you've got all the levers set, then I think you pull down the power lever, like this. Ah, makes sense. I think that about covers it. Oh wait, one more thing. The liquid will only flow from top to bottom. The manual's very specific about that. Okay, let's do this thing. working at that side first will help immensely. Just do that. That one would be 45. Still got 105 going through here, and a big split there. It's so that will solve that. Guessing get a 0 there is all that's really needed. You, however, are going to be a pain in the butt, aren't you? $20, $60. $0. It's 60. 20 down there. Another 60 from there. 80. Problem. Might even cut that one in half. It had to be right. There's no other way I could do it. Yes, I am a champion. Look. Turn the power on. Full screen. Seems to be powered, but nothing happens when I touch it. Still seem to be missing something. It won't work anymore because the lever fell off. Anything else here that used? Locker looks like the ones in the crew quarters. And the puzzle panel looks similar. Figure out how this works first. damn, I don't get it. There are 4 spots I need to fill. And the right numbers and press enter, it should unlock. How am I meant to fucking do that when I don't damn well know what the numbers are at all? Alright, this is a piece of paper with 4 rows of 4 digits. Numbers. And the color of each digit seems to be random. Green, blue, yellow, pink. They look like highlighter colors. Highlighters, you say? Well... green, light blue, yellow, pink, so 7, 2, 1, 4. I don't actually know where to put them in. Whatever. Let me fucking move the bloody screen. Jesus Christ fucking mighty. Why the hell you have to put bloody things in the same fucking controlling area? None of these are anything. Error is pointless. Okay. Nice to know. That's 4 digits anyway. Even if I wanted to, I could not make 7 here, could I? Oh wait, 7. 3. One. Four. I don't know which way round you're doing it, do I? 5 divided by 1 is 5, but 1 divided by 5 is not. Oh, knew there was. I fucking. Why do you not have the bloody? Ugh. And the test numbers is 7314. Yes, I know it. Green, blue, yellow, pink. Yeah, green, blue, yellow, pink. 7314. I don't fucking know. Pissing me off. I will only put up with your annoyingness for so fucking long. Backwards and stupid. Need a hint. What fucking room is this? The control room, maybe? Time on right there. Seven 2137314. Fuck do you get 7213? Really have to fucking ask that. Just green. Oh my. Why would it? This is unfucking intuitive. Oh my god. Colours like that go for the colours like that. Don't just go for one fucking colour. Fucking stupid. Fine, 7213. We'll go with it. Good fucking lord. Excellent. Apparently that was an answer. Whatever. Good work. Now open it up. Fucking stupid. The root. Look at that thing. No, isn't it beautiful? Are you kidding? Gross. Huh? Looks like it would fit. Here we go. Nothing's happening. Hold on. It's moving. Looks like it's finally ready. Ready for what? Well, ready for you to use this, I'm guessing. The screen? Yeah. Think. Not as much of a pain in the ass as that fucking door was. This is gonna be worse, isn't it? I think I've got it. This machine is a CT scanner. You mean like from a hospital? Yes. One of those things that can take pictures or cross-sections of your brain and organs and stuff? Yes. It can image things other than the human body too. Like this root, for instance. And what we're seeing on the left is a slice of that root. I think so. What are we supposed to do then? I think trial and error is going to be the best way to figure out this one out. Just start messing around with it and we'll see what happens. Alright. There's nothing. I have no fucking idea. But I can think about it a bit. 315, 1 every 5. That would be 20th. 16th. The 20. But I have nothing to work with for the blue one is annoying. That doesn't work. Actually, that would give me the answer, wouldn't it? Also. So if we were dividing 100, each would be 25. So that would be a 4, that would be 10. You would be 30 and you would be 20. You would be an 8. You would name the 11, which I do not have. So that makes no fucking sense. Damn, I can't figure it out, because it makes no fucking sense. Just calm down and think. You concentrate, I'm sure you'll find the answer. No, I won't. I do not like this puzzle. I really do not. Does not make sense to me in any way at all. Done that, done that, done that, done that. The fuck? Ugh. Yellow is 6. Red is 8. Green is 9. Fucking sense to me. Blue is 10. That one actually makes sense to me. Secret password. Combine the USB scanner with the test clipboard. Ugh, fuck. Ugh. That makes no sense at all. Nothing in this puzzle says to do that. At all. Anyway. Blue is 10 for 25, that makes sense. Green is 9. Gives us 30, which doesn't make fucking sense. Red is 8, makes 20, which makes sense to me. And yellow is 6. Makes no sense at all. Any way whatsoever. Huh? Looks like I got it. You sure did. Amazing. Good work. Oh, would you look at that? Colour changed. I wonder. Have a look, Sigma. And this is something you would never be able to figure out normally, because the puzzle makes no fucking sense. Ugh. The entire room's been a crock of shit. I knew it. Seen a password like this before, haven't you, Luna? Yes. In the AB room in the infirmary. You can open the safe, right? Yeah. How even the fuck? I don't get it. I really don't. I don't fucking get it at all. You even meant to figure that out. Oh hey, the screen's blue now. This is... This is also completely off the fucking wall. There's no fucking thing about that at all. I don't even know you meant to plug the damn thing into the fucking clipboard. Makes no fucking sense. Looks like a password. I think this is for the panel on the safe. I assume so. Fucking sake. Safe. Looks like the ones I saw in the AB room in the infirmary. You put in a password, it should open. It works the same too. Piece of cake. Yeah, sure, right, piece of cake. Any other words of bullshit you wanna say, Sigma? Yes, it opened. Okay, let's get our prizes. First we've got a map. It says floor B. The one we found in the crew quarters said floor A. So did the one in the infirmary. We came down here using an elevator, right? That would make A the top floor. Seems weird. Don't the numbers usually count up from the bottom floor? Well, look at it this way. A for above and B for below. That seemed ominous. Whatever. Moving on. Our next prize is... Let's see... Keycards. They have a moon on them. That means these are the moon cards the announcer was talking about. Now we can play the next AB game. And they gave us 2, just like with the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll take one. I'm with you guys, right? Sure, go for it. Got 2 other things left. Seen one of them before, but this one... It's some kind of input device. With a keyboard on it. A cable connected to the top. We can worry about that later. Might as well take it with us for now, though. Finally, the key. We can get out now. Yeah. This should unlock the exit. No more screwing around. Let's move. Yes, let's get out of here. In this room that makes no fucking sense. Door lock. It says lock. Okay, let's go. Yes, let's. Agree. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a terrible room. It started off alright. My god,
An
everything wrong with this room.
ambidex gate has been opened.
Dio again being an asshole.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Where am I? No. This looks like it's gonna go. Anyway, that is going to be all for now because I am getting fucking hungry. And I want to eat. Not to mention that room pissed me off. And it's nonsensical bullshit. Seriously. So that will be all for now, and we'll be back tomorrow with more. For now though, bye.